There is one essential element, and that is learning to do a gradient, learning to shade from dark to light. It's an easy skill, but it takes some work, patience, and time to develop that skill. These type of pieces were created because that skill was developed. Hey everybody, my students practice doing geometric shapes using this shading technique. It takes a couple of days, but after a while, it develops skill. So watch. So I go dark here, going light to the back. Okay, dark. And you know what? I'm going to lighten that line in the back just a little. Okay, I want that part to be light. And then I do it again. Now when you do the shading, you don't want to do more than a ½ inch at a time. It gets really sloppy if you do. And I'm going to layer as I go. And then up here I'm going to go dark and start to blend going down. Gradually blend it. Very gently. I think I will go darker on the back and blend that out. And then here on the bottom, well, let me get the side a little here. And then I'm going to take the eraser, and to me it's a little too dark in the center. That sometimes happens. It's not unusual for that to happen. So I'm going to just take this and lighten it up just a little bit. And I'm going to go back in. I'm sort of a perfectionist, so I want it to be just so. Most really good artists, they do tend to be perfectionists. And then I'm going to go this direction. And just very gently. It's a matter, the reason this takes practice is it's all about pressure. How you can gradually learn to train your eye, hand, brain coordination to gradually lower the pressure. So the principle we're using is dark on the sides, light in the center. Now, of course, if I'm dark here, I don't want to be dark here, because that would flatten the whole image. If I'm dark here, I don't want to be dark here, because that would flatten the whole image. So I'm going to be super light by the time I get there. So watch me. And this is what you're going to be practicing. I want you to do at least 3 objects. They don't come out perfect, do them again. I want you to get really good at this. So that's layer 1. I want a little more than a ½ inch. I should probably stay closer to a ½ inch. Now when you do this, and this is why I say stay closer to a ½ inch, when you do this, I just did 2 lines of it. You're going to see a line down the middle. It's going to make sort of, you can tell the difference between the one I did and the second one I did. So that's going to start to blend more as I begin to layer. And that's why layering is just so important. Same here, you can see that, but the layering is what does it. So now I'm going to go one more time, but I'm going to go kind of wide. And I want to cover all these sort of ugly little marks. Gradually going slowly and slowly to lighter and lighter and lighter. And I don't like these little spots. And like I said, sometimes you'll do this. I've done this like with numerous shapes and not gotten any of these ugly little spots. But sometimes that happens. And so I'm kind of glad it did, because now you'll be a little more prepared when you start doing this. So if you start working on this and you don't have a mushy eraser, then by all means ask me. Let's make sure you have that. So now I'm turning it to the side and I'm going dark, gradually to light, dark, gradually to light. Now I want to stay really light here, okay? So, and I want my lines to disappear. It's all about blending, really softly, gently blending in layers, as uniform as you can make the layers. And like I said, little things will come up. Like I don't like that little right there, that's easy to fix, see? Okay, and for some reason I got a little spot right there, okay. We'll fix that later. Okay, so now I'm on this side, and I'm going dark to light this way. Do you see how all this layering starts to make it look so beautifully smooth? You know, and just play with it. Very dark at the beginning, gradually starts to get lighter. Just like that. It's starting to look really, really good. Now I'm staying light here, because if I go dark there, it'll flatten out the image. You know, keep in mind that art is all about creating illusions. And you don't want to flatten your image. You want your image to look like it's really a three-dimensional shape, even though it really lives on a two-dimensional plane. So now I'm going this way. This one's a little bit trickier. And then the tricky part of this is going to be doing this part very, very gently, because I don't want to get dark there. I want my light to stand out from the dark. Now, I kind of went off on that line a little there. I'm just going to extend my line slightly, being the perfectionist that I am. And some of that happens because my pencil started to get a little dull. Okay, there we go. And this part has to be really dark, so it's kind of cool that I did that. And I'm gradually going to layer it forward. This is a skill like any other skill you learn. It is a skill that if you get good at, your drawings will be amazing. This is huge in developing skills.